Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Devin. I farm here in south central Wisconsin with my family. And today, first thing we're doing, today is Sunday, 20 something of February. First thing we're doing this afternoon, we're going to check everybody over. I have two more goats in here that are due. She's not doing anything. And she's not doing anything, so I guess we don't have to worry about that today. So today is a beautiful day. I think I got way too much clothes on. It's like 40 and sunny. Too sunny. Just kidding. Can't ever be too sunny. I'm not feeling a lot of a wind, so that's pretty nice. So beautiful day. Agenda for the day. Well, I got a few ideas. I'd like to start working on some equipment, greasing, maintenance, stuff like that. Possibly washing a few things. So kind of my thought here was this rig, the entire rig, at least hitting everything with the pressure washer, this tractor, and then maybe doing a little bit on here. I don't know if it pays to get carried away with the spreader or not. I should do is we should get a scraper and just scrape everything off. And I'd like to get this greased. I know my grandpa tends to grease, I think this bearing quite often. But I'd like to get everything on here greased. There's a good bearing here that needs to stay greased because this thing really rolls. There's a couple in here. The shaft should get greased. The tractor should get gone over. If it's gonna need oil, I think I'm gonna actually pull this out. I think we're gonna wash it today. I usually don't get too carried away. Just get the dirt and stuff off, as well as all the chisel plow and the digger. I'd like to get those pulled up here. Even the grain drill. There's not too much to do on there, but I want to have as much stuff ready as I can. I do it with the balers too. I let it, I'll worry about it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and all of a sudden it's like, I'm not doing as good of a job as I should be. Goal for both balers this year, they're not going to sit outside to the best of my ability. There are times where I drive home in the rain, stuff that I can't, you can't help. But I want to keep that as clean as possible, especially around them knotters up top and then underneath by the needles. That was kind of a problem with the balers this year. And I cleaned them off, but I didn't clean them off as good as I should have. So I don't know if there's too much I can do on there besides getting the grease and stuff. So actually, yeah, I think I gotta probably move that. I won't need that for a couple days. So we'll wedge it in there. Pull this out. Give it a good wash. I don't know if I'll do much on the spreader, but we'll get something done. So we did that. Everything's greased. We just kind of, I went over it real quick just to get the most of it off. I don't know. I don't know if it pays to wash them, but they're expensive now. A used spreader is, and they're not cheap at all. So we're gonna make this one last. I would like to find another one though. Something a little bit, maybe a little bit tougher for more bed pack and stuff like that, but this works. We did the tractor as well. That too kind of just, you know, I went over, it's not going to be the prettiest. I've never done any waxing. I guess it's just something we've never really done, but I could look into it. I don't know. It's supposed to help with the dirt and the dust and stuff like that. I got to get on the inside. We're gonna clean all the windows real good. Got some glass cleaner. Probably even use a bucket of water and, you know, really get them good. Get the mirrors. All the air filters should probably be blown out. Cab filters, engine air filters. Looks like we got a good amount of hydraulic oil, so I'm not too concerned about that. I want to check the engine oil because it does burn oil from time to time. I know, should get checked almost every time we use it, but yeah. I do it pretty often though. I don't let it go too long usually. Other than that, I guess it's ready for another job. Man, I did not do a good job on there, did I? We'll get her. Even a towel, and we'll see. I don't know. It's just gonna get dirty again, so you know what's the point in making it super clean? I mean, that baler came back. He was beautifully red and all that, and well, the birds took a liking to it, and the wind and the dust and everything. But, you know, it's going to happen. And we'll give them a good wash when we get them out, probably. Alright, so got some upcoming plans for this week for the goats. There's 5 does in here total. Old does. 3 of them are going to get shipped on Saturday. Saturday is the last Saturday of the month, and that's when the goat sale is. We're gonna throw just some old does to cull. Their bags are sagged. You know, ones I had trouble with that, you know, I'd be concerned about breeding again. That one, this red-headed one here, she never bred. We tried her 2 times, 2 different groups and all that. She was actually supposed to be due in the spring, I believe. We ended up breeding her again for the fall, and she didn't do anything, so she needs to go. The black one here on the end and the white one over there, we're gonna keep. We are gonna pull them out though Saturday after we get everything settled in. I'm gonna pull the 2 out. We're gonna put them in the second pen here. Not this one, but that one. That group is due for around April, the beginning of April, like the 10th or the 12th or something like that. We threw the buck in on the 12th, I believe it was. So we're getting about time to switch that pen over to my higher protein ration. I usually try for about a month before. So one of these days I'm gonna switch them over. They kind of say, you know, that month or so before, once they get into that 3rd trimester, that you know, you can feed them quite a bit, and they're not gonna they're not going to overdo it. They're not going to get too fat because a lot of their energy is going towards the kids. This group will stay how they are. We are planning to, actually there is 2 in here I plan to ship as well. It's just how it is. Some of them I'd sell them to people, but just sometimes you get a dud, I guess, and that's a horrible thing to say. But now I'm gonna take this pail out. We're gonna feed the calves. We're gonna dump it in the creep. So I gotta walk out to the little creep shack or whatever you want to call it. We're filling water. I also fed a little bit differently. You guys are probably getting dizzy. Fed a little bit differently today. We switched a few things around. Nothing major. I just fed the barn first instead. Sometimes you just need a little change in scenery, and once we start moving goats around again, then it changes, and then it's whatever. It's once you get to the end of the year or the end of the winter, or sometimes you're just ready for change and you're ready to do it a little bit differently. Yeah, so I'm gonna walk out to my little shed there and dump this in for the calves. So this is my little creep area here. You can see, I'll get out of the way so she can get in there. You guys can see kind of how it works. So there's a bar there. She could just slide underneath. You can buy these. I think they're like really expensive. I don't know what we paid to do this. A lot of the materials here were kind of leftovers. I don't know if I don't think we hardly paid much for this. But the other thing that's going to happen, one of these cows, one of them, we're going to load up tomorrow. We're going to ship a cow as well. Dad's going to sell another load of steers. We're just going to throw her on. Last year, she had a twisted uterus when she went to calve. We got it all straightened out. We got the calf out. The calf was not alive, unfortunately. But she didn't breed this year, and Dad noticed she was in heat the other day, so we're just gonna take the loss on her, I guess. That's kind of what it is. We're talking about getting a bull here by about May. We're having a little bit of trouble finding one, but we'll get one. We could even rent one if I can find one to rent. The other thing, I don't know if I really ever talked about, the creep feed that I feed my calves is actually my low protein goat feed. It's just corn, oats, and dried distillers. So I bring it right out for them. They say corn and oats is a good mixture for at least starting calves, and the distillers in there is just some added protein. It's not crazy high in protein, but for cattle it works pretty good. There's some people that just feed straight corn, so it's got to be better than that, I guess. I don't really know what else to say. I don't cover the cattle, at least my beef cows, a lot. There's really not much going on. We throw a bale of hay in when they need it. Dad dumps some silage over in the morning, and then the baleage, which I would like to do something different with as well. We just got a big, I just kind of dump it over the fence here. Kind of is a mess, and it's gonna have to get scooped up on the spreader. And I would like, there's that yellow feeder wagon across the road. I would like to pull that out there maybe, or either that or find a way, figure something out so I can feed out of there maybe instead of just dumping on the ground up here. I'm not sure what it's going to look like out there once it thaws, if I'm going to have to clean up all that leftover hay or not. It doesn't look that deep, but we're going to want to plant corn, or I think that's going to be corn again there, so we'll have to see what it looks like. Guess I got nothing else to say. We got these there's new group of steers here is doing actually really well, and I think part of it is that they are a smaller group. I think what did he say, 13 I think he said. So we got a couple Herefords in here, we got a couple belted ones, a bunch of Holsteins. There's another belted one up there. I think some heifers. I think there's a few heifers in here. And they're just going to be fattened up just like the steers. That one's actually got some horns, which we usually don't worry about too much. We've only had really one steer with horns that caused any problems. And I mean, we shipped them fairly, once he started causing the problems, we shipped them. So, yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me talk. My water's still running. It's probably overflowing. Yep, it is. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.